Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my starting 11 prediction ahead of Manchester United's final pre-season friendly against Everton. So I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. So in goal I'm going to go with Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton, to his credit, has done very well throughout pre-season. You know, he's been very vocal. We got Tom Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa. He signed a contract with Man United till 2023. There's an option of a further year. At right back, I'm going to go with Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is one of the best right backs we've had since Gary Neville. Defensively, he's always been superb, but Bissaka has got to show more attacking intent. You know, the new season will be Bissaka's third full season, because he's enjoyed 2 full seasons at the moment at Man United. We got him in a deal worth 50 million from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. The 2 centre-halves, I'm going to go with Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Like I said, I do have my strong reservations about Lindelof. Analysing the vast majority of his games at Man United, he has been inconsistent. He's had some good games here and there. Lindelof hasn't got a long-term future with Man United. We got Lindelof for 31 million from Benfica back in 2017. Harry Maguire, he's had his good games at Man United, he's also had his bad games. It was a big miss for us towards the end of last season because he had ligament damage in his ankle. To his credit, he did well for England during the tournament. We should get the best out of Maguire now, with obviously Varane going alongside him. It's a fantastic centre-back partnership. We overpaid for Harry Maguire. We got him in a deal worth 80 million from Leicester, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. Left back, Luke Shaw. As you all know, Luke Shaw was our best player last season. In a lot of games last season, Luke Shaw showed very good attacking intent. He got into very good positions. His crossing was good. He provided width, created good chances for his teammates, and defensively he was superb. Towards the end of last season, though, did look a bit off the pace. Shaw still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Tellez. He's been with us over 7 years now, Shaw, so he's been a long-serving player. And he's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. Romano said that Man United are in the process of extending Luke Shaw's contract. Shaw has just under 2 years left on his current contract. So yeah, that's the back 4. In the midfield, I'm going to go with Paul Pogba and Fred. Now, I'm not too sure what's going to be happening with Paul Pogba. Pogba will start the season with Man United. Then he'll make a decision about his future before the 31st of August. Pogba is in no hurry to sort out his future. Solskjaer did reveal that he's had positive discussions with Pogba over his future. Fabrizio Romano said the other day that there are big chances that Pogba stays at Man United this summer, and he said that Man United are confident in extending his contract. Pogba's current contract expires next year. Not so long ago, Pogba rejected a new contract at Man United. Sky Sports said the other week that Pogba is increasingly unlikely to sign a new Man United contract, but Solskjaer came out and said Man United are still in talks with Pogba's representatives over a new contract. Sky Sports said recently that Pogba sees a long-term future at Man United, but may wait on the contract extension. Pogba's been relentlessly linked with a move to PSG. Mauricio Pochettino recently played down PSG's interest in Pogba. Pochettino got quizzed on Paul Pogba's transfer from Man United again. It did mention that PSG are the favourites to sign him. PSG have already held talks with Pogba's representatives. PSG are willing to offer £45 million. Reports from France claimed that Man United are demanding an increased transfer fee for Pogba should he leave. We want at least £63 million. PSG want to partner Pogba alongside Wijnaldum in their midfield. Not so long ago, Mino Raiola offered Liverpool the chance to sign Pogba, but I'm very sceptical he'd go to Liverpool. So yeah, he's had a long-running transfer saga. He said Man United must pay Pogba $15 million in wages to sell up. Man United stars have been working hard to persuade Pogba to stay, because they know how much of an imperative player he is, and I said if we do let him go, we've got to get a good adequate replacement for him. Pogba put some very good performances out in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury. He sustained 2 or 3 ankle injuries as well at Man United. We paid $89 million for Pogba, so he is our most expensive signing at the moment, and he's endured 5 seasons at Man United since he rejoined. Fred, I've got my reservations about him, and I can assure he hasn't got a long-term future with Man United from now. But Fred has enjoyed his good games at Man United where he's kept the ball well, he's been very mobile, he's got into decent positions, his passing can be good. He's been subjected to transfer speculation before. We overpaid for Fred. We got him in a deal worth $52 million from Shakhtar Donetsk. Ahead of Pogba and Fred, Bruno Fernandes in the number 10. In most of Bruno Fernandes' games at Man United, he has been very, very consistent. But there has been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace. But we have overplayed him. Fernandes has been at Manchester United over a year and a half now. Last season he won Player of the Year. He's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. Fabrizio Romano mentioned at one point that Man United are looking at a new contract for Bruno Fernandes. Towards the end of last season, it said that Man United were willing to double Bruno Fernandes' wages to £200,000 a week. Fernandes is under contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further year. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Daniel James. There was a period last season where Daniel James got his way back into the team, but there was a period before where he was out of the team for a while. And there has been rumours of Daniel James, leaving Man United before. We got him from Swansea, didn't we, in a deal worth £18 million. We brought him in back in the summer of 2019. On the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood has been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad, despite him going a long period without scoring. Greenwood made his senior debut in 2019 for Man United, and he's been a United player since the age of 7, so reflecting on that, he's been part of the club for a long time. Last season, Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract with the club. Greenwood's obviously played throughout pre-season. You know, you can play Greenwood on the right, you can also play him up top. And up top, I'm going to go with Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial has got to step things up in the new season, with obviously Marcus Rashford being unavailable. Marcus Rashford has got a shoulder injury. Don't forget, Rashford decided to undergo surgery on his shoulder, and it said Rashford is going to be out until October. I certainly prefer Rashford over Martial though. I said I want Man United to sell Martial in this summer transfer window, but we're not going to by the looks of things. Martial's no longer good enough to represent the club. Martial has been at Manchester United over 6 years. He's got a contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. And we got him in a deal worth £58 million from Monaco back in 2015. I reckon Martial's had 2 good seasons. He was good the season before last, and he was good in his debut season under Van Gaal. Martial was out with a knee injury for a while last season. So yeah, that's how Manchester United could line up against Everton. We have played 3 games in pre-season so far. Obviously, we've won 1. We beat Derby 2-1. We lost 1. We lost to QPR 4-2. And we've drawn 1. We drew with Brentford 2-2. So we have conceded 7 goals in 3 pre-season friendly games, which you can say is a concern. We were supposed to be playing Preston in a friendly not so long ago, but that game got called off due to COVID. But like I've said to you, I'm not bothered about pre-season. It's just about building fitness levels up and preparing for the new season. It's good for like the youngsters is pre-season because they get their opportunities and plus they gain more experience. Everton though will be difficult. Back in June, Everton appointed Rafa Benitez in as their new manager. Rafa Benitez signed a 3-year contract with Everton. I reckon Rafa Benitez will do a good job with Everton. Because he's managed in the Premier League before, plus he's got a good pedigree as a manager. Before Rafa Benitez, Everton had Carlo Ancelotti. And Carlo Ancelotti's a good manager. He's got a good pedigree behind him. He's won a good 15 major trophies in his managerial career. Carlo Ancelotti obviously left Everton to return to Real Madrid. Before Ancelotti, they had Duncan Ferguson in. Was it temporary? Before that, they had Marco Silva. Obviously, Everton sacked Marco Silva. At one point, they had Roberto Martinez, and Everton were actually very consistent under Martinez when they had him. And at one point, they had David Moyes, and he enjoyed an 11-year tenure with Everton. Everton brought 3 players in the summer. They brought Townsend in, they brought Begovic in, and they brought Demarai Gray in. You know, Everton have got some very, very good players. You know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's one of their key players. Manchester United have been linked with him before. Good for England as well as Calvert-Lewin. Richie Arledson, I also like him. He's one of Everton's key players. I think Decore is also very, very good. I think Everton brought him in last year. I think they brought him in under Carlo Ancelotti. Everton have also got James Rodriguez. He's made an impact since, you know, he's gone to Everton. I thought he was good at Real Madrid though, James Rodriguez, and don't forget at one point James Rodriguez enjoyed, was it 2 loan spells with Bayern Munich. Everton have also got Sigurdsson. He's a decent player, but obviously he is a nonce. Everton have also got Andrea Gomez, who's decent. At one point though, a while ago now it was, Andrea Gomez had a serious injury. Ben Godfrey's good. I think Everton got him from Norwich. They've also got Allen. Lucas Digne, you know, very, very good left back. Michael Keane, decent centre half, former Manchester United player. Everton have also got Yerry Mina. I think Seamus Coleman is still with Everton. Jordan Pickford, you know, he's a decent goalkeeper. Thought he did well during the Euros for England, and I thought he did well for England in the 2018 World Cup. Everton did have Joshua King, but he left. They also had Bernard, and he left. Man United have done business with Everton before. You know, don't forget we got Lukaku off them back in 2017. Got Fellaini off them back in 2013. Lukaku and Fellaini no longer at Man United now though, but we still purchased them 2 players off Everton. We also got Wayne Rooney off them back in 2004. Wayne Rooney endured 13 years at Man United and is our all-time leading goal scorer. He got, 253 goals. Last season, we beat Everton 3-1 at Goodison Park in the Premier League. If we hadn't have beaten Everton last season at Goodison Park, I think Solskjaer would have been sacked because he was under so much pressure going into that particular game. We drew with them 3-3 at Old Trafford in the Premier League last season. David De Gea cost us that game because he made 2 calamitous mistakes. and we're beating them 2-0 in the EFL Cup last season. Everton's last win at Old Trafford was back in 2013. And there you go. And Manchester United do play Leeds next Saturday at Old Trafford. It's our opening game of the Premier League season. Like updated you earlier on today, Solskjaer suggests that Sancho and Varane are not starters for Leeds. Now, you know the news on the transfers. On my last video, I gave you some more additional information on Raphael Varane. Sky Sports have said that Varane's visa has been processed. He's in Manchester ahead of finalising a move to Manchester United from Real Madrid. Raphael Varane landed in Manchester yesterday night. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that. He's isolating now, is Varane. He's set for his Man United medical. We're aiming to complete the signing of Raphael Varane by next Wednesday. Tuesday of last week, Man United confirmed that they'd reached an agreement with Real Madrid to sign Raphael Varane. Both clubs agreed an initial fee of 34 million, rises up to 43 million with add-ons. Varane will sign a 4-year contract with Man United. There is an option of a further year. And Man United have doubled Varane's wages. Varane will receive £250,000 a week at Man United. I think Varane should get that number for sure. But last Friday, Varane posted a farewell message to Real Madrid. So yeah, he's our third signing of this summer transfer window. I think Man United have got a very good chance of signing Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid. It said recently that Man United will get a deal done for Kieran Trippier, as details emerge over the personal terms. Trippier recently returned to training with Atletico Madrid. Sky Sports said that Atletico Madrid want 34 million for Trippier. Fabrizio Romano said not so long ago that the Kieran Trippier situation is still quiet. Man United looking to sort out Delors' future, but Trippier expects any Man United move to materialise towards the end of the window. Man United already have a Kieran Trippier transfer agreement. Man United are obviously looking to bring a midfielder in. You know, that's Solskjaer's priority. The Manchester Evening News said recently that Solskjaer speaks out on Manchester United transfer plans before deadline. Solskjaer says any more signings would be a bonus for Manchester United. as we approach the final 3 weeks of the summer transfer window. I reckon Man United are going to make at least one more signing in this summer transfer window. Solskjaer is pleased with our transfer business. You know, Man United are enjoying a very good summer transfer window because Solskjaer is getting the players he wants to recommend in. And he's getting the backing he deserves. Yeah, so we've made 3 signings in this summer transfer window so far. We brought Tom Eaton in on a free transfer from Villa, brought Jadon Sancho in from Dortmund, and we brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid. Spent almost 120 million in this summer transfer window. Manchester United now have to sell some players though to buy. Woodward recently sent a transfer warning to Solskjaer saying that he's got to ship some players out to get more signings on the board. And Woodward has stood by Solskjaer. You know, he's come out several times before and said that Solskjaer's job's safe, even when he was enjoying them bad periods. And he said, you know, he'll back Solskjaer. We know that Woodward is leaving Man United because he's had a 16-year association with the club. And the Glazers surprisingly backed Solskjaer, but like I've said on the other videos, the Glazers have been persuaded to back the manager. But like I said to you, I am expecting to see some departures in this summer transfer window. But like I said to you, the new season's going to be massive for Solskjaer. He's aware of that. You know, Solskjaer has got big expectations to exceed. Solskjaer's ambition for the new season is to win the Premier League, and was it today Solskjaer talked about Man United's title hopes. He came out and said, did Solskjaer, that Man City are the favourites. But he said the title race is open. Ollie has got to win a trophy in the new season because he's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Solskjaer is approaching his 3rd full season as Man United manager because he's endured 2 full seasons at the moment. Despite us being in Sancho and Varane, it doesn't change my perception on Solskjaer. I still don't think he's the long-term manager for Man United. But the signings of Varane and Sancho do certainly turn Man United into title contenders. It really, really does. The other week, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club until 2024. There's an option of a further year. So he basically signed a 3-year deal, and I think a lot of United fans were unhappy with us giving him this new contract because he won't see out this new contract. But like I said, I've got my concerns about Ollie, but there's also positives regarding Ollie as well, like I've gone through with you before. Ollie has been in charge of Man United now almost 3 years. So yeah, so anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.